Sahab, Vijay, and all other distinguished people present here. The topic that we have chosen for today's interaction is related to radiocarbon dating. Everybody has heard this name, radiocarbon dating, but not many people actually know what it is. Just a few years ago, I got a call from the Times of India, and that was a time when there was an appeal pending with the Supreme Court, Sakshi Singh and company. They said that radiocarbon dating of the Gyanvapi structure should be done. So Times of India wanted to tell all its readership. They had 16 editions all over the country, and this interview was published in all 16 of them. So they wanted to know whether radiocarbon dating could help in determining the age of the shielding in that structure or that temple or whatever. So that was time when some 10-15 channels also approached me, and I was on many channels explaining to people what radiocarbon dating's capabilities are, whether we can apply it to date anything and everything. So that was a time when people heard this term radiocarbon dating so often and so loudly that everybody was curious to know a little bit about that. Radiocarbon dating was discovered or invented by a person by the name Willard F. Libby. And he was an American scientist, an American chemist actually, and he got Nobel Prize for this work around 1960. And the Nobel Committee said, Saturn has a single discovery in chemistry had such an impact on the thinking in so many fields of human endeavor. Saturn has a single discovery generated such wide public interest. And this is indeed true, because the application of radiocarbon dating were very, very wide. And actually, we will just look at the evolution of this method of radiocarbon dating. And there are several parallel stories which are going, like in cosmic ray physics, in chemistry, in nuclear chemistry, and so on. So you know that radiocarbon dating is a method where more than one disciplines are involved. When people study the ancient events, they come across ancient sculptures, they come across for example, these days, Dhulabira, there is excavation going on. There were excavation in many of the Harappan sites earlier also. Whenever people used to find piece of wood or piece of charcoal there, generally it used to be sent to our laboratory here. Before this, I was at PRL, which was the first place in this country to have a radiocarbon lab. And now we've also had a radio science institute. So what is the scope of application of radiocarbon dating? This is something really very, very